what I have going on here is I have a spark plug lead, that's an old spark plug wire, and I have that clipped onto the spark plug, and then I have that plugged into the coil pack, making a bridge. And now, kind of take a look at the next picture here. We're just rolling through these different pictures I've snapped of the setup. I have my my timing light clipped onto that wire that allows me to actually check the timing. Now, I have the timing light, and I'm going to be setting it at 10 degrees on the timing light, which means I need to lock the timing at 10 degrees here in the Haltech. I'm going to push the timing light and point it at the timing chain cover. There's a top dead center mark on the chain cover. There's also a top dead center mark that's going to be, or I should say, on the chain cover, there's a reference mark. It's an arrow. And then on the balancer, there's a TDC mark, what represents top dead center on the stock balancer. What we're going to do is use the timing light with the dial back wheel. I'm going to turn the dial back wheel to 10 degrees, and we're going to lock our timing at 10 degrees. This allows me to shoot that top dead center mark and align the top dead center mark with that pointer on the chain case cover. What I'll have to do here is move my TDC angle in order to get that to where it needs to be. So when we're commanding 10 degrees, we're actually getting 10 degrees at the engine. Now, in order to lock our timing, if we go to ignition and we jump in here to the lock mode, if we go here to always on and we lock our timing at 10, you can hear the idle kick up there a little bit. It's locked at 10 degrees. In fact, if we go for our spark timing window right now, we're gonna find ignition angle is 10, and we're finding that base angle should be 15, zero demand showing 0 degrees. What we're finding is the actual ignition timing is 10 degrees. We've locked it there. We need to make sure we turn that off, because it's easy to leave that on, but we have it locked at 10 degrees. So what we're gonna do is jump back in here to engine configuration and go into our trigger system. I'm going to jump out right now, and I'm going to take the timing light. Again, dial wheel's at 10, we've locked it at 10. By putting the dial wheel at 10, it allows me to go and shoot the top dead center mark on the balancer. If I locked it at 20, my dial wheel would be at 20. If I locked it at 30, my dial wheel would be set to 30. This allows me to shoot TDC marker. It's easy to shoot the top dead center mark on any balancer. It's why I always do it this way with a dial back wheel. So I'm gonna jump out, do that, figure out what this TDC angle needs to be at, and then we'll come back in here, turn off the lock timing option, and then we'll go through setting up the idle control. That's gonna be the last portion of our tutorial here. So I'll be right back here in a few minutes, and we'll talk about what, if any, changes I had to make, and then you'll be able to see that process looking at the timing light and seeing what we need to shoot for on the chain case cover. Okay, so I just came back from checking the timing with a timing light, and what we're gonna find here is that I had to adjust the TDC angle to 312 degrees. That got the TDC mark lined up with the pointer on the chain case cover. So a little bit of adjustment that needed to happen there in order to make sure those two marks were lined up to each other. The TDC angle here, again, is typically 310 to 315 degrees. I've never seen a K-Series with an Elite being outside that range, just for perspective's sake. So what we need to do right now, since we've verified the TDC angle, we're gonna go into our ignition tuning, and we're gonna change this to the on during flood clear only option, and we're gonna set our firing angle to 0. That's where it was previously configured at. And we can go ahead and exit out. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here. And you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.